I remember that Erykah Badu song. As the wind blows in passing, baby, I think I'm falling in love with you. When you gone, baby, what you do? I can't sing. You know you got to get your hustle on. And we're back. Did you miss me? I hope so. Anyways, today I hope to have a very short video. I always tell y'all I hope it's short and it never ends up being short. But today we gonna try to actually hit this milestone of getting like a 6 to 8 minute video in. So I'm not even gonna waste your time. Today we're talking about 5 things I no longer do that have helped me save a little bit of money over time. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. Okay. So the first thing that I no longer do is I no longer go grocery shopping or cook large amounts of food at one time. We ain't doing that. So I come from a fairly big family, you know, and my parents are used to cooking for 8 to 10 people at a time, if not more. And all of those people didn't necessarily live in my home. Like we could actually end up cooking to, you know, for people upwards of like 35 to 50 people. But we're just used to cooking for a lot of people. And so when I grew up and I became an adult, I was absolutely used to cooking for a lot of people myself. And I noticed that I ended up having a lot of food being wasted and going bad and getting spoiled. And so from what I grew to learn was that only buy the exact amount of food that you're actually going to eat. That might entail getting a list. I can't talk today. That might involve getting a list of things that you know that you eat on a regular basis, and also getting a list of things that I know that I'm gonna want to eat that week, as far as like actually cooking a meal, and writing it down before I go to the store. My kids are pretty rigid with what they actually do eat and what they don't eat. And so it's really easy for me to make a list. I am also a creature of habit. And so my list doesn't necessarily change. So I just honestly go to the store and I'll get a week's worth of food and I know it's going to be eaten. I know for the most part nothing is going to go to waste. And that in turn saves me a lot of time and a lot of money. So the second thing that I no longer do is I no longer am worried about buying the latest phones. No, like it just doesn't appeal to me. And I've never really been the type of person that was like, that had to have the latest whatever. The latest phone usually comes with the most expensive phone plan. And that has just never been something that I've been into. The only thing that has been appealing about a phone to me is the camera settings and features. And to be honest, I'm an amateur. I'm not like some professional photographer who just has to have the clearest, you know, phone cameras. And when looking at some people on the internet, you realize that some of these people are making really good like photos and really good videos, even on YouTube, with like iPhone 5 and 6s. I'm not an iPhone person. I am team Android. I don't care. Argue with your friend, argue with your mama and your daddy, because I loves me an Android. That's just my preference. But overall, I haven't had any like need to, you know, I haven't seen any need to go ahead and upgrade every single time I'm allowed to upgrade for a phone. My next thing that I do not do anymore that saves me so much time, effort, and money is drink excessively when I go out. We are no longer drinking excessively when we go out. Even before, like, I don't do that pregame and mess no more. And I try to limit myself to having 2 to 3 drinks while I'm out, because any more than that, then, you know, my goal could be to have 2 or 3 drinks for myself. But then if I go overboard, I'll end up being the type of person that will end up paying for 2 or 3 rounds of drinks or the entire crew. Like, and then I get my bill and it's hundreds of dollars. Like, literally, I'm not BSing you. I've literally been out and was like, yeah, I'm just gonna have a drink. 1 drink in, one hookah in, 2 drinks in, 3 drinks in, and now I'm literally buying shots for everybody that's sitting around me. And hey, get another round. You want a beer? Get another round. And then they say, hey, ma'am, here's your ticket. And I'm just like, huh? What? Tear. Like, how much is the bill? And it's not like I don't have the money, but who wants, I could be investing $200-300, not wasting it on drinks that I know don't cost that much at the liquor store. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. They don't cost that much at the liquor store. It doesn't matter how expensive the bottle is. In general, it don't cost the same at the liquor store as it costs at the club and at the bar and at the restaurant. It just doesn't. And so I don't want to tempt myself and end up, and not just even with buying other people drinks, I tend to do other things or get way too like free spirited and be way too spontaneous, and I might end up buying some shoes or buying some clothes or just doing things that end up costing me money because I have let the alcohol flow too much, and now I'm in a predicament where I've spent entirely too much money. The last thing that I do is buying brand new furniture. I do not buy brand new furniture, and that has saved me tons, like thousands and thousands of dollars. Consignment shops exist, people. You know, I know folks who have literally paid $2,000 for their couch, and I've probably paid $2,000 for all of the big items in my home combined. And you know, like my dresser I've had since I was 14. Now, it has not been in my possession this entire time, but when I sold everything and moved back to Georgia, I didn't have a dresser. And so, but there was a dresser at my mom and dad's house that I had been using, that had been mine, that was still in my room, that is now one of their guest rooms. And it was just sitting there. And so it was like, why pay for a new one when I can literally pack up, have my dad haul that dresser down here or up here, and I could use the dresser that I've literally had since I was 14. It's been in the family. A wood bed in my guest bedroom that came from, you know, consignment shop. My couch, my table, and everything else came from a consignment shop. And just because it comes from a consignment shop does not mean that it's dirty. It does not mean that it came out of somebody's home that was dirty. I'm very thorough with my inspections when I'm out and I'm looking at things, and so is my dad and my mom. And truth be told, my dad and my mom actually found a couple of these pieces on their own, and they're the type of people, they'll go all over the state. They'll go to the next state over, and those small towns that have, you know, very wealthy people who live there, and they'll go to consignment shops and things of that nature, and they'll haggle and you know, go back and forth with the price, you know, with the owners, and you know, get a good deal for it. And it's basically brand new. Like the couch that I had was basically brand new. There are people out there who take really good care of their items. And so I don't feel ashamed to say I'm not buying nothing new out here in these streets that I don't have to buy new. There are all types of places that you can find used furniture at if consignment shop isn't your thing. But you know, it is what it is. I think it's worth looking into, and it saved me tons and tons of money. This video has gotten long enough. Please tell me, what are the things that you no longer spend your money on, that has helped you save money, or things that you no longer buy that has helped you save money over the course of a long period or even a short period of time. Just let me know down in the comments. Hopefully, I don't think this will be my last video about what, you know, things, because there's a whole bunch of stuff that I no longer purchase, or I don't purchase new, that have helped me save money. So I think this will probably be video number 1. Again, please like, comment, subscribe, and I shall see you on the flip side. Bye. Gone baby, don't be